Broncos, of course, number 34, safety Pete Gossage.
He's going to step up and put the big left foot in that football and get another 1985 version of San Juan Monticello football rivalry. It's going to get it started.
Early in the year for it, but they are just as excited as they go towards the season. Here's the kick from Yazzie. It's back to Christensen. He's got it up to 10. He'll cross the 15 up to the 20, get knocked out of bounds over around the 30-yard line on the far side. There's a flag now.
Right up that left side that time. Really made pretty good yardage. He took the kick off on the 10, made it up to about the 25 or 30. He made it up to about the 30. Let's check the flag, though. I think they might. Was that official indicating holding? Let's see. They're talking to San Juan. I think he indicated holding on the return.
They're pointing toward Monticello. They'll march it off against the Buckaroos.
They're talking to Pete right now. He's the defensive captain on the field. And they're getting ready to mark off 10 yards. It looks like we're holding.
So what was really a good return,
let's make it 15.
Gets wiped out. They're at the 15 now. First and 10 for Monticello. They will move the sticks back.
15 yards for holding to start the game. They're going to start first and 10, though. Deep in their own territory. Moving against a little bit of a breeze.
And a little bit of a defense, I'd say. Yes, we saw him last week. Once again, Eldridge, number 11, the quarterback. His first play is a handoff right up the middle to Dennis Barella, who will get 10 or 11 yards.
There's that quickness. I talked to Coach Dallin, and he said he's going to try to run them right straight up the middle, try to run a power offense.
They'll wave the sticks on. First and 10.
He said he was going to try to run a power offense and try to hope that those quick backs can just get through the holes with his linemen just kind of tying up San Juan's defense just enough that the quickness might pay off, and it paid off on that first play.
First and 10 once again. Eldridge another handoff on the left side. 4 or 5 yards on that.
You can tell he's run the ball twice now, and he's run the ball real strong. The first time he fought for those last couple of yards, that time it looks like he got about 4.5. We'll have to give him 4. We really can't give half yards. But he ran the ball hard, and both times they were straight dive plays, exactly what John Dowell told me they were going to try to do.
Second down and 6. Monticello here in the opening moments of this game. Between the Buckaroos and the Broncos, always the big game of the year for both teams. Handoff to Christensen.
Christensen,
not very much.
He's been held by Stacy, and let's see who else was that in there with him. Looked like Chris Singer, Stacy in there. Both of them in there. He was stopping for really. He got about a half yard. Looks like a half yard, so we'll give him his one. Either way, that's still going to bring up third down and 5, and we're going to. What if we're going to see Ricky roll out? We saw Ricky Eldridge seem to be their offense, or what they were trying to get him to do last year was do a lot of rolling out.
Alan Adams, wide right. He's one of the receivers. Eldridge has a full house backfield. Barella, Hugentober, Christensen. Quick handoff, nothing.
Little counter play. They tried a little counter that time. They sent the flow, full house backfield, sent the flow to the right. Scotty Christensen came back on a counter. Was met right in the middle there by Lloyd Watkins. Was that Lloyd or was it Brother Jason? I'm not sure which one.
We'll get our situation with names in a moment.
Richie Monson in on that tackle that time. Gary Black in there. And we're going to be back punting.
We've got somebody other than the punter we were told. Apparently.
And it's a short one.
Whoever it is doesn't want to hear about it. Number 55.
Chris Singer got by.
He'll score. A very short punt. Before you know it, Chris Singer has it. He's past the defense. The kick team and in the end zone.
Got a 35-yard punt return that time.
That really caught Monticello off guard.
Kick went off the side of his foot. Nobody really knew where the ball went that time. Chris came up right in the middle of a bunch of guys, picked the ball off out in the air. Only had one man to beat, 35 yards for a touchdown.
I think Monticello literally thought the ball was headed out of bounds and kind of said, okay, it was a short kick, a real bad kick, and just made one of those basketball grabs, and he was down the sidelines. So very quickly here, we've only seen a few minutes of the opening period here, and it's 6-0. Stacy Ozzie will do the kicking. Singer puts the ball down, does the kick, and it's good. 7-0.
Official says it's good.
So while we've got unnecessary problems this winter, when it's cold with a tune-up from Landing Motor Parts. Once again, the Broncos will be kicking off to the Monticello Buckaroos after that quick score. 9:25 left in the first period. Stacy Yazzie, the kicker, setting up right now. Back deep, Dennis Barella and Scotty Christensen. Did we just go through this a few seconds ago?
San Juan offensive stat shows no yards, but 7 points. Monticello ran a couple of good plays, but San Juan's got that figured out, it looks like.
There's the whistle, a short kick for Yazzie.
Lane Nielsen.
Nielsen, number 89, has it. He's got a hole or two in there. He'll get back up to the 40-yard line before the Broncos will bring him down.
Took that short kick and got up in that wedge in a hurry. Broncos had to converge on him quickly and bring that wedge down, and it was some blockers in there. He made a nice return out of it. Lane Nielsen ran the ball hard. He started last year. He's a second-year starter, just a junior.
The enforcer.
The enforcer. 150 pounds of steel, I guess, according to one basketball official.
Full house backfield behind there. Somebody jumps.
Looks like
I think it was Lane Nielsen.
Somebody moved. Richie Monson let the young man in front of him know he was there. Joel Simondini got rocked pretty good by Richie Monson when the guy went offside.
Here's the offside penalty against the Buckaroos, 5 yards.
So first and 15.
They go second down, 15.
Eldridge, the quarterback. Hugen, Tobler, Christensen, and Randolph now in the backfield. Full house backfield. Eldridge calls, there's another flag. Offsides. The preliminary call from our announcer. And we'll get it back. First and 10.
Right now we're trading penalties. Killing the clock, really.
8:58 left to go. The Broncos, of course, scored that quick touchdown on the punt return by Chris Singer. It's Monticello's ball, first and 10. From the 41. There's the handoff. It's the Randolph. Randolph a couple out of that.
Corey Randolph picks up about 2 yards on the play.
Trying the Broncos' right side.
Came over the right side that time. He was met in the hole by Pete Yazzie. Chris Singer closed on him. Kahia Fisher closed on him. They stopped him. He got about 2 yards on that one. They're going to keep trying this line. They're going to have to get some misdirection, or right now the quickness isn't paying off.
Second down and 8 for Monticello.
Jason Watkins, Eric Laws, Richie Monson on that three-down man defense of the Broncos.
Alan Adams, wide left. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff to Randolph. Randolph may, well, no, he'll get brought down. I thought he might have a little hole over there on the left side. The Broncos converge. He gets 4 or 5.
He looked like he got about 4 yards on that play, so that's going to bring him up third and about 4 yards.
Third and 4.
This is a key down for both teams, really. San Juan's defense has got to, they've got to show them right here. And Monticello, on the other hand, they've got to prove that they can move the ball. This is where both coaches really expressed interest on who's going to win the game, is right down there on the trenches.
Randolph, Barella, and Christensen are out there. Hugen over, but once he gets to Randolph again, he will get a first down by a yard or two.
He's close. They're going to get it down. They're going to have to measure. Looks like a first down.
There it is, first down.
Let's see, for the Broncos now, let's run by this again real quick. We've got Jason Watkins playing nose guard, Eric Laws, Richie Monson playing tackles, Gary Black and Jason Tate at defensive ends, inside linebackers, Pete Yazzie and looks like Mance. The 4 deep is Kyle Meyer, Chris Singer. Let's see, John Schmidt's in there. And we'll get the other one.
Christensen gets the handoff. He's caught in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Lost about 3 or 4 on that one. Kahia Fisher's that other defensive back I was trying to get in there for the Broncos.
Tackled by Jason Tate.
Second down and 12.
That's got to be at least, that's close to 4 yards. Give him -3 on it. Gary Black in there in a hurry on that play.
Second down and 13 now. Randolph, Christensen, Hugentover in the backfield. Eldridge the quarterback. Nielsen to the near side. There's the handoff right over the middle.
Corey Randolph.
To Randolph.
Eldridge got a handoff.
Corey tried to take
1 yard.
Tried to take it up the middle again. And, right now, they're just not. There's just really nothing there. That time, Rick Vogel and giving Watkins a break in the middle, and he just did a good job of holding his own ground there, stayed with it, piled up everything, maybe gave him a yard.
3rd down and 12.
We haven't seen Monticello put the ball in the air yet.
The ball sits directly in the middle of the field on the 50-yard line. 3rd and 12 for Monticello. 5:56. The clock rolling here in the first period. 7-0 the score. Allen Adams comes to the near side. Now Christensen comes in motion. Eldridge wants to pass. Oh, he's going to beat Gary Black in the backfield.
Gary Black coming in hard from that defensive end. Ricky didn't get out there quick enough. He just didn't get out quick enough to turn that run. Gary Black came in under a full head of steam, caught him in the backfield. Oh, you give him -5 on that one?
-5. Just inside the 45-yard line. That brings up 4th down. And once again, number 55 back to kick. And once again, we don't have 55. Danny, you may have a 55 on my program. There, this punt's off. Oh, it's fumble.
55 is Glenn Day. Looks like Chris Singer might be on it for the Broncos.
Jason Zaid had fumbled it.
That ball was being rolled around back there. Teddy Weaver was in there. The man that snapped it, he was all the way down the field trying to get it. Chris Singer recovered it, though. That time, Jason just had the ball just for right through his hands in his chest, and actually ideally, Monticello man couldn't make possession, so Chris Singer got over and said, I'll take it.
The punt returner's nightmare.
We're going to get to see Sam Lyon on offense for the first time.
We've seen them last week against the Emory Spartans. Jens Nielsen's at quarterback. Everybody's in close. Backs are in the eyes. Second man gets the ball. Meyer gets the ball for a couple.
Kyle
Meyer, we saw him last week gain a lot of
50-60 yards.
A lot of good yardage. He was really one of the consistent runners. David Lee in the game now. He and John Schmidt are going to shuttle plays in and out. That looks like about 4 yards for him.
2nd down and 6. Meyer and Yazzie in the backfield. Split behind Jens Nielsen.
Tight formation.
Once again, a tight formation. This time, Yazzie with the carry.
I think that's Kyle Meyer again. Look like Kyle Meyer again. Yeah, is that Kyle? Yeah, Kyle Meyer on the carry that time.
No one's made a call yet, but we'll say Meyer.
Looks like another 4 yards for him. 3rd and 2. Bronco line, first 2 times now, the Bronco line is taking control. 4 yards is a positive. Anytime you can get the 4, that guarantees you the first down. So right now, the Bronco line looks pretty good.
3rd down and 2. San Juan, first time on offense. Nielsen gives the handoff to Meyer once again. He'll make a first down easily as he struggles for 5 or 6, 7 yards.
Kyle never did really get into the clear, but he just always kept his legs moving, had somebody hanging on him, but he managed to turn that into about 7 yards.
David Lee comes in the game. David Lee and John Schmidt shoveling plays tonight.
3:45 remaining in our first period.
In close, Fisher in there in his position. Nielsen's handoff. Pitches out to Meyer. Meyer for more good yardage, knocked out of bounds over on the Monticello side.
Kyle Meyer turned that corner out there. He had some blockers out in front of him. They got out, did a good job that time. Right over loading, he turned the speed on, ended up with about, 8 yards out of that? Where are they going to mark? No.
Very close.
That's 9.9 yards. 9.9 yard gain.
Very close.
Jimmy Liberton getting out in real good shape that time, pulling, getting out in front of Kyle Meyer and getting him a block to turn that corner.
2nd and a foot. Yazzie Meyer in the eye behind Nielsen. Nielsen wants to
throw deep to David Lee.
Oh, in and out of his hands, but covered pretty good by the Buckaroos.
Scotty Christensen and Lane Nielsen were both back there. David Lee had to hold up on that. Jensen didn't quite get that one out there. If he'd got it out a couple of more steps, we might have had another touchdown.
Brings up 3rd down and about a foot.
That's a good time to try that, though. You know, you got a waist down. You figure now they got 3rd down and a foot. Well, here we go. We got a hold'em.
Some kind of penalty.
So now we're going to have a 2nd down and about 10.1 to go, I guess.
the ball back.
So all of Myers running wiped out on the holding penalty. 2nd and 10.5. Back split behind Gents. He'll drop straight back to throw.
Screen. That time,
Just in the middle of the crowd.
They tried that screen pass. Well, Gents threw it to where nobody could catch it. The Bucks linemen really kind of smelled that play out. They knew that was coming. They shifted over to this side of the field. You could see them coming out with San Juan's linemen when they came out on that screen. There was really nobody to throw it to. It was intended for Fisher. But Gents did a smart thing, just threw the ball away.
3rd down, 10.5. Just about a foot over 10 yards to go. There's a pitch back to Meyer. Meyer will get dragged down for really no gain, maybe a loss of a yard.
He really didn't get anywhere. Mark Ewart that time in there stacking that play up. Mark Ewart with a little help that time from Joey Simondini. They stacked that play up right on the line of scrimmage.
So far, despite the touchdown, neither team has really shown real rhythm.
They really haven't. San Juan's back to punt after the punt we saw last week. Not the punt, but just trying to get the kick off. This might be an experience.
Nice snap, He's got a great punt. Great punt.
Oh, really?
Hey, downfield. Over Varela's head. He chases it all the way back to the goal line.
And Amino caught it and went into the end zone with it. If he let the ball gone, I think it might have been, might have rolled in. That's a 70-yard punt by Stacey Ozzie. You don't see those too often.
Way over the punt returner's head. All he could do was chase him down and hope he went to the end zone. It did, just barely. Bronco carried it in. Touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Monticello.
70-yard punt. We saw some long punts last year, but he hammered that one.
Oh, yeah.
That looked like an inside fastball, and he turned on it. The Broncos are back on defense now. Monson, Watkins. Let's see who else we have out there. Eric Rollins, Jason Tate, Gary Black, Lauren Cook, Robert Mance, Fisher.
Whistle before the snap.
Whistle before the snap. Fisher, this thing is Kyle Meyer. Setting the offense for the Monticello Bucks. We have Weaver, Odette, Ewell, Simondini, and Adams on the line. Wide man will be Lane Nielsen, Christensen, Hugentover, and Randolph, and Eldridge in the backfield. What was that call, Shelby? That was a little offsides on the Broncos, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a 1st and 5. 1st down 5 for Monticello. Here's Hugentover in motion. Quick handoff. Maybe for a couple.
That's that same play they ran the first time. That's kind of a little counter play.
Christensen the ball carrier.
Kind of a little counter play. They run to Scotty Christensen. They picked up about 3 yards.
Randolph leads the game, and Dennis Barella comes in.
3 yards on the play.
Make that 2nd and 2. We got a couple. Got 2 or 3. Eldridge the quarterback. Here's the snap. Another quick handoff. It's met right at the line.
Quick handoff that time to Scotty Christensen, but he was met in the hole that time. Eric Laws met him, and Robert Mance, both of them kind of drove him back with a tad bit of authority that time.
Randolph brings the play in. Monticello looking at 3rd and around 2 yards. In the about a minute 15 left to go in the first period. They trail 7-0 to the San Juan Broncos. Full house backfield. Here's oh boy,
no flags.
No, I didn't see a flag. I sure thought a lot of people jumped. Play not enough for a 1st down.
It was a quick handoff inside to Randolph that time, and he really didn't gain anything. Stacked up there by who was that in there that time? Lauren Cook in there.
Yeah, you have about yard on the play.
Cook and Mance. They got about a yard. You can see it.
4th down and back to action here in Blanding. Monticello 4th and 1. They're going to try for it. Eldridge is the keeper. He gets the 1st down.
That's kind of surprising. If they go for it that deep in their own territory, Shepard. They're only at the 30-yard line, and I guess they're not. They won it. I guess they're going to try it. Gained a yard on that one.
1st and 10.
They're going to challenge San Juan, and so far, really, it's been kind of a standoff. the bad punt, the lucky break San Juan got, Chris Singer grabbing it and being able to get through everyone before they even realized it. That's it right now for
Eldridge keeps it. No, he doesn't. There's a quick handoff. Randolph will get 4 or 5 on this one. Just powers his way forward.
He came in on a late trap play that time. That's one way to offset that side. And have some quick guards come out and trap you, and he got 6 yards.
2nd and 4. Chris Singer getting a few instructions. Defensive instructions.
He calls defensive signals for the Broncos. And he can call offensive signals if he has to. If he has to.
Still Monticello's ball. There's a handoff to Christensen. He's made maybe 1 or 2.
He's made a line of scrimmage over there. Jason Tate in there that time. That Richie Monson. That's really not a good side to run to with those 3 over there.
They'll move the sticks maybe 1 yard. 3rd down, 2.5. We were discussing the quickness in the officiating. Boy, they don't take 1 second.
I think they might have to get back and price an early time tonight for something.
Still Monticello's ball, 3rd down with 3 yards to go. Here's Hugentover in motion. There's a flag.
What time we had a jump offside? Jason Watkins kind of leaned into the center that time.
Monticello will get their 1st down on the penalty.
5 yards, 1st and 10.
It's going to be another 5. That gives them an automatic 1st down now.
Ball's down at the 44-yard line of the Buckaroos. 1st and 10. 11:16 to go in the 2nd period. Opening moments of the 2nd quarter. Full house backfield. Here comes Hugentover in motion. There's the pitch back to Randolph. Randolph turns. He'll hit the line right there and get maybe a couple.
He's met coming across the Gary Black, Pete Gozzi, Richard Mance coming across.
There's a flag down.
Kyle Meyer came up and did a good job of just going suicidal into the guards, stripping all the interference, leaving the back. The rest of them to clean up. Bucks are backing up, so evidently it must be a penalty on the.
There's a flag dropped in the San Juan backfield. See it there?
Well, let's see what the call is here. Coming in on defense now, David Lee's coming in, Mike Bowers coming in. Coming out, Richie Monson, Eric Laws, so we're going to go with a whole bunch of defensive backs this time.
They'll march them deep.
Personal foul clipping. That's 15 yards. That's one of the flagrant fouls.
How about a 1st and 25 now?
I think that's why we just saw San Juan take Richie and Eric Laws out and bring in David Lee and Mike Bowers, because we're going to see probably one man rush the quarterback, probably Jason Watkins, and that's it.
Hugentover, Christensen, Randolph in the backfield. There's a pitch out to Randolph. Randolph is going
turn the corner.
Maybe if he gets that corner.
Turned the corner and got upfield for about 5 yards that time. He wasn't in that bad a shape. He got out there pretty good, but there's just right now they've got just too far to go. That was an option play.
I hesitated. I thought the pursuit was going to bring him down earlier than it did. But
Mike Bowers thought he had a pretty good angle on him, but as we saw last year, Corey Randolph. You better have better than a good, because he can run, and he just outran Mike to the corner and turned it upfield and got about 5 on that.
Lane Nielsen splits wide left. Full house backfield. Eldridge keeps it this time. He wants to throw. He's got Christensen out here. It's complete. Complete for no more than 2 or 3. But his first completion of the game.
Completed that one for about 10 yards. David Lee in there on the hit. Jerry Black in there on the hit. Kyle Meyer. Really wasn't necessary for anyone to tackle him. He was going down with that pass.
Still about 3rd and 12.
3rd and about 12 to go.
Here in the 2nd period of play, and I keep saying period, I want to say quarter. 2nd quarter of play here in let's just stop. Here's Eldridge back to pass. He's being chased. There's a long throw.
Got an interference. There's a flag down. Got an interference that time. One of the Broncos, and I saw what it was. He kind of grabbed a hold of Christensen that time. Wanted to hold him up a little bit. It's going to be an automatic 1st down, I think. Defensive pass interference.
big break for Monticello, if true.
A big break because they get the first down, keep the drive going, but they're crossing midfield on this penalty.
They are in territory that's foreign to them so far this game.
Richie Monson, Eric Lyles back in the game now. San Juan did the smart thing, gambling on defense at that time, but you get the penalty, it's something you can't count on. They had a lot of defensive backs in, they had a lot of people around the ball, but somebody just grabbed him as he went by.
15 yards.
We're on pause, what?
Fisher grabbed him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Also 45-yard line.
I just caught the glimpse of the flag. I didn't know. First and 10 for Monticello. Once again, that penalty helped them out, brings them into San Juan territory. And now at the 44-yard line of the Broncos, and there's a flag before the snap.
Threw a flag that time. Richie Monson kind of leaned in. Going to be another 5 yards on the Broncos. He might be using kind of a staggered count, or maybe just his cadence, the way he's delivering it. Either way, we're mounting up some
I've
penalties.
given you a lot of space for those penalties. I never thought we'd use it all, but maybe tonight.
We've got 5 on the Broncos and 4 on the Bucks so far.
First and 5 for Monticello as they move forward simply with the toss of the flag.
One way to make that good yardage. They're inside the 40 now, 39-yard line of the Broncos.
From the 39, three-back offense. Here's Eldridge snap. Hand off to Randolph. Randolph is caught.
He was met in the backfield that time. Jason Watkins shot the gap that time, got through there, and got him before he could get going.
Brought down by Jason Watkins.
He lost about a yard on that one.
Second down, 6. 1 yard loss.
That's part of that defense Coach Doofer's running. He's slanting linebackers and slanting linemen through the gaps instead of going through the men. And occasionally you get one that shoots through there and gets right in the backfield as the play's developing. Just like that play stops it cold before it even gets started.
Christensen heads wide right now. 2 backs. Eldridge wants to throw. He had his arm. Not the pass he wanted to throw, I imagine. It sort of flutters over the
hard to throw with scrimmage. Hard to throw with Gary Black hanging on his arm. Closest one to that was Robert Mance that time. He had one arm on it. He made a dive there. Really wasn't in position to intercept it, but the whole key to that play was it's hard to throw football with a man hanging on you.
Just put it down about 5 to go.
3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. They still got long yardage for that first down. Back to the regular offense. Number 11. Hand off to Randolph. They'll lose 5 or 6 more.
Eric Lyles back there, and we got a penalty flag thrown down. Eric Lyles shot through, grabbed him that time in the backfield. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. That kind of penalty.
On the tackle.
No penalty. Okay, he was just marking where the ball went down.
They mark it now at the original scrimmage. 4th down and 10.
They're going to punt this time. That punter is Glenn Day.
We now see Glenn Day low. He picks it up off the ground. Good punt, though. Jason Tate has it, but the Buckaroos have him, too.
Buckaroos all over him as they covered that punt very well.
16-yard line.
Mark Ewart down there that time. David Musselman down there that time. They covered that punt real well. Jason did the only thing he could, try to wing it outside and hope you can get down. Broncos going on offense now, deep in their territory. They're going to be down around their 14-yard line. 15-yard line, they're calling it now. So they're going to be starting. Both times they started deep in their territory. When they were down on the other end of the field, they were backed up. We got a little over 7.5 minutes now to see what they can do.
1st and 10 from the 16. Pitch back to Fisher. Fisher won't get much, if any.
He was mad right in the middle there. Calvin Musselman that time, David Musselman, both of them doubled up on that tackle. Somewhere any in there.
2nd down and 9 to go.
David Lee in the game. John Schmidt comes out.
And Brian Odette's playing a linebacker in there, so they've got some tough kids inside. Brian Odette was a starter in that position last year. He went.
Meyer and Yazzie behind Jens Nielsen, the quarterback. About 2nd and 9. Hand off to Meyer, I believe. Stacy Yazzie with the carry.
That's Pete that time. He's about the only one that can carry that.
That crowd was moving, I was going to say.
That's the only one that can carry that many that far.
2 to go. 1.5 to go.
They're going to give Pete 6 yards that time. He's the only one strong enough to carry that many people for a 6-yard gain.
3rd and 1. Everybody's in tight. Backs in the eye behind Nielsen. Nielsen's handoff goes.
Fisher on a counter play.
Handoff to...
Let's see where the officials mark this one. It looks like they're going to mark that for a yard loss. They're in a 3rd and about 2. They ran inside the counter play and nothing was really open there. So Broncos are going to be forced to punt the ball away. They're going to be punting from about their own 24-yard line. And we're not going to see a punt.
No, we're not. No, are we? We've got some changes.
We've got players coming into the game now.
Set up here. They drop Christensen back deep. He's at about his own 36, 37-yard line. Yazzie will be doing the punting.
He's the only one back. They're rushing everybody.
There's Yazzie's punt. It bounces once. Christensen lets it go by. The Broncos are down at the 34-yard line.
42-yard kick that time. He kind of got into another kick. He's got two pretty good kicks tonight. Broncos then were looking at having too many people on the field. They had people running out there, and it looked like they were lining up in an offensive set rather than a punt set. Coach Swenson had to call a timeout. He didn't really want to gamble from his own 24-yard line with 5:40 left in the first half and a 7-point lead.
5:40, the clock's rolling. The 7-point lead gotten early in the game on a punt return for a touchdown. 3 backs behind Eldridge. First play, here's a Randolph. Randolph straight up the middle for 2 or 3.
He was straight up the middle. It was met there by Gary Black. Looks like he might have 3 yards in him. We've got a flag down. 10th flag of the ball game. They're discussing it with San Juan, so we're going to hold it right here and see what the call is. We're going to march it backwards.
And it's
10 yards at least. Looks like a holding. Yes, it is. A holding penalty on Monticello. Not what we'd call a real good, clean football game tonight.
So far, the story's been all the penalties. He's moved the ball more.
Once again, Coach Dufers brought the 2 big guys out. He's going to have, looks like Eric Laws is out there too. He's going to have Jason Watkins, Gary Black, and Jason Tate rushing from 3 positions, and everyone else is going to be back looking for a pass.
Okay, for the first time, Hugan broke the handoff in the eye behind Eldridge. He gets the handoff to Randolph. Randolph gets a couple, but when you're 1st and 20.
Robert Mance in there. Robert Mance, John Schmidt, both of them in there. He gained about 4 or 5 that time, and like I say, 1st and 20, that's not a whole lot.
2nd down, 15. They give him 5 yards on the carry. Monticello still, of course, trying to put some points on the board. 4:32 left to go here in the first half of play in Blanding. The Broncos' sole score. Punt return for a touchdown. Eldridge drops straight back to throw. There's a pass over the middle. It's tipped by one Bronco and almost picked off, as our announcer points out. Alan Adams, I think, one of the intended receivers.
Alan Adams cut across there in the pass in the middle. He was running a deep route across the middle. Ball was tipped inside. He almost came up with it.
They've got 3rd down and about 14 to go.
3rd and a long way to go. What do you do now? San Juan's got basically they have 8 defensive backs, linebackers, and defensive backs in the game.
3rd and 14. They can't keep doing what they're doing with 3rd and 14. Backs in the eye. Here's Eldridge. They hand off to Randolph. They just did what they've been doing. Slants off the left side for only 2 or 3 more at best.
David Lee in there on that tackle. Robert Mance also in there.
About a yard and a half. They've got 4th down.
4th down and 12. We'll be generous. 4th and 12.
And this could be an exciting play. They've made punting exciting so far. Chris Singer with the punt return, he really didn't know he was going to get it. Jason Tate and Kahir Fisher are the 2 deep backs. Chris is one of the lead blockers, one of the first ones down the field.
Oh, high snap, he bobbles it.
Nobody back, and he just falls on the football. It's going to be Bronco ball down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Whistle.
No sense in getting up.
Snap went over his head. He had to grab it with one hand, lost control of it, and just fell on it down at about the 18-yard line. So the Broncos will take possession right there. San Juan gets an early break here. Well, it's really not an early break. They get a good break.
They've already had one early break. Now they get their late break.
This is 3:39 in the first half. This could be one of the big turnovers right here. Touchdown right now, and all of a sudden they go into a 2-touchdown lead, and it gets a little tough then.
Not that I really know if you have the answer, but we were told somebody else was going to be doing the punting. Do you know who number 55 is?
No, I really don't.
Pitch out.
Pitch back to Kyle Meyer that time. Meyer lost a couple of yards that time. He took a little option pitch out from Jess Nielsen, and the sidelines caught them both.
Little down on the play. Anything looks like about 2-yard loss.
Still rolling, approaching 3 minutes left in the second quarter. David Lee brings in the play. Jens Nielsen, the quarterback, running the offense. This is really the best position they've had all game. Back split behind Nielsen. Hand off to go to Yazzie.
2nd and 12, and it looks like they lost some more.
No, hand off to Meyer. They lose some more.
They lost about 3 more. They're going to have to, San Juan's trying to go around them, and the size difference, the size advantage that they have, they really need to go, wouldn't you think, through them or over them, per se? Quickness, got to beat the quickness. San Juan needs to run it right up the gut. Well, right now they're 3rd and long, so they're going to have to run it and hope they can get anything out of this.
Nielsen found John Schmidt last week. I'm surprised we haven't seen more passing this week.
He's dropping back right now.
He wants to throw. He's got it out there. Billy Slavens.
Short one across the middle for really
not anything.
Didn't get him back to the original line of scrimmage. That completion was for about 2 yards that time to Billy Slavens. We're going to have 4th down from about the 20-yard line. They're looking at what are they going to do? Field goal attempt by Stacy. Stacy's strong enough. His leg is plenty strong enough.
Chris Singer will be holding Stacy Yazzie in for the field goal try. 4th and 12 for the Broncos.
37 yards.
Snap back to Singer. Here's the kick. It's long enough. It's wide right.
No good.
So with 1:31 left to go, the San Juan Broncos field goal wide right. The score remains 7-0. While we've got this change, maybe we can get an ad in here, hopefully, although the officials have been running this game like they had a wedding to get to at 10 o'clock.
I believe it. I wonder if they're going to be able to get some halftime break with these guys.
If you can just let you know when we've turned this off, because we'd like to wrap it up with a minute or so. Anyway, we'll let you know. It'll be real quick. Once again, Monticello on offense. Ricky Eldridge, the quarterback. They're now running backs in the eye. We've got Randolph. Pitch out to him. He heads to the right.
Randolph gets up about 6 yards.
A couple, yeah.
Well, not 6. He got 4 or 5, though. Tough running over on that side. Jason Tate in there that time. Kahia Fisher, Chris Singer, they all converged on him. He picked up about 3 tough yards.
2nd down and 7. This really has, I want to emphasize, rolled by real fast here. I would say we're within a minute to go. We've only been playing ball for about 48 minutes.
Roll out. Eldridge's going to keep it. Comes around the left side, and he got stuck over there. Stacy Yazzie come in and put a hit on him. Picks up about a yard, but you really don't want your quarterback picking up those kind of yards. Stacy's the one that's tackling.
No. 3rd down and 5.
They're running this game off very quick. Jason Tate into the game quickly on defense.
27 seconds, clock moving on that.
Brett Webb was in for a few minutes playing that defensive spot, that defensive end, but Jason Tate's back in there now. Jason and Gary Black are playing defensive ends for the Broncos. Pete and Robert Mann's inside linebackers.
Once we stop the clock, this will be the last play. Eldridge drops straight back. There's a toss over the middle.
Interception. He's heading out on the left side. There's a block. There's a cut. He gets back to about the 10.
3 seconds on the clock as number 3, Chris Singer, picks that pass off and takes it back down to about the 10-yard line. Chris Singer's been the excitement tonight.
Chris Singer taking that ball.
And it's not been much. Just enough for 7-0. The San Juan Broncos lead. 3 seconds left to go. And they got one shot.
They got one shot for the 10-yard line. What do? Do they go for the field goal? Coach Swenson's talking to Jim Nielsen now, so it looks like we're going to go for a play. We're going to see probably one of the plays from way deep in the playbook here. We need a 10-yard play.
The officials
they're giving us all kinds of time now. There's a time. What are they doing? They're in there doing a little equipment repair in the huddle.
We're back, and the officials are still talking something over with the Broncos. Apparently some kind of equipment problem. Morris Swenson heads out on the field now. Still 3 seconds left to go. While we've got this, we thought we'd have just a short timeout. They've been running the game so efficiently here. While we've got this timeout, we'd like to mention that now is the time to stock up for next year's garden season at the Blanding Home Center. We're now having our yearly garden clearance sale. You can save up to 25% on any black leaf product in stock. And listen to this. You can save up to 50% on selected sprinklers in stock. That's right, you can save up to 50% on all gardening products in stock at the Blanding Home Center. This sale does not include any houseplant supplies, but all other gardening supplies in stock. That's the Blanding Home Center, where we're proud to help sponsor San Juan and BYU football. And apparently we've gotten everything straightened out. The last 3 seconds, about to click off the clock. Yazzie in the backfield, Meyer in the backfield, Jim Nielsen, the quarterback. One play, Nielsen pitch out to Yazzie. He wants to throw. He's got a receiver, and it's good for a touchdown.
Stacy Yazzie to John Schmidt. We knew they were going to dig deep, come up with a play, but we weren't sure what it was. But there it was. Stacy Yazzie on a pitch out to the left, hit John Schmidt in the end zone.
No time left on the clock. San Juan, though, picks up 6 more points. We'll have a kick for an extra point, and that will do it for the half. We'll see Yazzie attempt that conversion in just a moment. You knew they had to do something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, that time, from 10 yards, you only got one shot at it, so you really got to dig deep into your imagination and come up with something that you think might work.
Here's the snap. The ball is down. There's the kick, and it's good.
On the next series, they came back, and after Chris intercepted, they had it on the bad snap from center on the punt. The next time, San Juan couldn't capitalize. Then Chris intercepted. They did with one play, 3 seconds to go. Did throw a touchdown pass into the end zone. Chris Singer once again with another big play. He's made the big play man in the first half.
Brad Red kicking off for the Buckaroos back deep. Fisher, Tate, and Schmidt.
Stacy with the return.
Stacy at the 36-yard line, where he'll be brought down.
Stacy had a nice return that time. That kick, the kicker got under it, went up in the air, but he didn't have any distance on it. He picked it up and made a nice return. They're going to get good field position. That's one thing that haunted them in the first half. They really didn't get the field position that well. When they get the ball, they're inside their own 20. So 14-0, we're starting the second half.
So from the 36-yard line, clock rolling here in the opening seconds, the second half of the Yazzie comes out of the game. Maxwell alive behind Jim Nielsen.
Gary Black taking his place.
Nielsen wants to pass. He's in the pocket. He's going to be brought down. Oh, no, he gets away from one Buckaroo who passes out of bounds.
That's incomplete. He waited an awful long time. He didn't do a short pass in a crowded area. Black and Danny fell apart on him a little bit that time. He had people back there with him just about as quick as he got back there.
John Schmidt comes into the game. Gary Black comes out. Fisher's in the game. Slavin's in there.
Stacy's back in the fullback again. Second and 10.
Second down and 10. Meyer and Yazzie split behind Nielsen. Nielsen's hand off to Yazzie. He's got a hole on the right side for 3 or 4.
Mark Ewart just got one hand in there and caught Yazzie's feet as he came back and stopped him for only maybe a yard or two.
So,
you don't have to have a lot of quickness if you stick your hand out at the right time, catch the foot.
There you go.
we'll compromise. They give him about 2.5 yards. Third down, 7. Long 7, more like 8, somewhere in there. But anyway, third down. 3 backs behind Nielsen. Fisher added to Meyer and Yazzie. There's a handoff to Meyer.
Stopped up on that left side.
There's a flag.
There's a flag in there. Let's see what they've got. And they're on the tackle that time. Musselman, Ewart, and Musselman. And we're getting a little bit of wind. Got a holding penalty. Has to be on the Broncos.
Same one backing up. They're holding at their own 20.
I anticipate that they're going to take this. They decline it. It's going to be, let's see, third down or is it going to be fourth? It's going to be fourth down.
Fourth down, 8 yards to go.
I think this wind might have had something to do with them declining that penalty. San Juan's going to have to kick the ball right into a really stiff, gusty breeze.
Dennis Barella dropping back.
Pete's going to have to kick this one low and hope he gets a good roll on it. If he kicks it up into the wind, Slob will come back at him.
Here's Yazzie's kick.
He kicks a low one off to the left side.
Barella's got it. Broncos immediately tackle him at the
32-yard line. 33 maybe. Down there real quick. John Schmidt was down there that time, and he had help from Kyle Meyer. It would make sense. The two quickest, really, we feel the two quickest of the Broncos were down there and stopped him dead in his tracks. So the Bucks defense looked fairly impressive that time. They stopped the Broncos on their first offensive series here in the second half. Let's see what they learned at halftime about offense.
Starting the offense, full house backfield. Hugentobler, Christensen, Randolph, Allen Adams, split wide left. Once again, Ricky Eldridge, the quarterback. He drops the ball. Bad snap. Recovers his own fumble.
Second down.
Still Monticello's ball. Second down. He fumbled right at the line of scrimmage. So second down, 10. Maybe lose a foot. Randolph leaves the game. Dennis Barella now in the backfield with Bub Hugentobler in the eye behind Eldridge. He fumbles again.
It got loose there in that time. Let's see what he came up with it. I guess Ricky Eldridge once again recovered his own fumble.
Right on top of it, but this time the roof is 2 or 3, so it's third down 12.
Third down, 12 and a half.
They're having those jitters, those first game jitters there with the missed snaps. He put himself in trouble real quick. He went from first and 10 with 2 missed handoffs from the center to third and 13.
Third and 13 is still in the game, of course. First possession of this second half for Monticello.
San Juan with 2 extra defensive backs in the game now.
31-yard line. Handoff to Randolph. Randolph caught for only a couple.
Jason Tate, Kyle Meyer, both of them in there that time. No, not Kyle Meyer. Jason Tate and Watkins, both of them in there, stopped him. Third and 13.
Fourth and 11.
Now it's 4th and 11. That was Corey Randolph on the run. He was the leading rusher for Monticello the first half. He had 26 yards total and 10 carries.
For Monticello, number 55, back to punt. There's all kinds of whistles before they can get the punt off. The Broncos hadn't even walked back to their final resting spot before the whistles will back the Buckaroos up.
Offside.
Offside penalty against the Buckaroos.
Once again, we have more flags flying.
4th and 16.
If we get as much rain to fall here as we've got yellow flags falling tonight, we'd be in good shape.
Neil Fisher and Jason Tate dropping back. Here's the punt, a high punt, no distance to it. Comes down right around the 50-yard line, maybe the 48.
23-yard punt.
48-yard line of the Buckaroos. That's where San Juan will take over. 8:42 left to go in the third period. 14 to nothing to score.
Buckaroo 48-yard line. 13-10.
San Juan now on offense once again inside Monticello territory by a couple of yards back, split behind Jens Nielsen. He wants to throw. Here's a pass right over the middle. He's got John Schmidt.
Complete. It's complete. 48 down to the 26, 22 yards.
Sure hands, John Smith.
Sure hands is right. He scooped that one up.
John shows
close to the ground.
He shows a lot of that speed that Nielsen had last year, but John shows an uncanny ability to get to the ball and catch it. Gents that time got a little protection in there. Richie Monson got him a good block. He got the pass off.
James Lee wide left, Fisher wide right. Meyer and Yazzie in the backfield. Nielsen, the quarterback, 1st and 10. There's all kinds of...
Officials are throwing flags. One official on the other side had just started walking in as they started calling signals. He didn't throw a flag, but he was walking in. Now we've got a flag. It almost has to be procedure, doesn't it? 1st and 15, San Juan.
It's going to be 1st and 15, whatever. There it is, procedure.
Offside, Mr. Broncos.
A lot of people moved.
First down in about
1st down at 15. There's the snap. Jens wants to throw. He's backing up.
Going deep for David Lee. Touchdown. Touchdown. 31-yard touchdown pass. Jens Nielsen to David Lee.
There's all kinds of celebrating down the end. He was right there.
Stacy Yazzie trying the extra point.
Ball is down. Kick is blocked. So exactly 8 minutes to the Monticello Buckaroos. Christensen and Dennis Barella back deep at about their own 10-yard line awaiting Yazzie's kick. Danny, that's some of the first spark we've seen.
San Juan took that one into the end zone with a little bit of authority that time. They got it and didn't really play a
Strong kick over Barella's head. Not to interrupt, but
he kicked that ball in the end zone against that strong wind, so we know he's got plenty of leg. Extra point that time fell down on the middle. Try to dink that scoreboard. They need to get something established right here.
Allen Adams wide left, full house backfield. Eldridge the quarterback. Takes the snap. He wants to throw. There's pass over Randolph's head.
Lobbed a little flat pass that time out too occasionally. That's one sending some receivers down, flooding it out. He came down, a little lob pass, just let him too much.
Here's Eldridge. There's the snap. Quick handoff.
Quick handoff again.
Very quick.
That's Scotty Christensen in there, isn't it? I think that's
They unpile things. Not sure if it's Christensen or Jordan Long.
They haven't thrown about Lane Nielsen. He was probably their best receiver last year. San Juan showing blitz, but they're all backing it.
Eldridge his handoff to Randolph. Randolph may have some room now. He will get a 1st down. He gets about 10 or 12 on that one.
Got up to about a 37, ran into Chris Singer, and Chris stopped him right there, but they left for about 12 yards that time.
So once we see Gordon
send that one back through that hole, he had good yardage. Chris Singer made a good play, or he could have been still running maybe.
Randolph, Hugentover, Christensen in the backfield. There's a flag before the snap.
Somebody line up all sides. Let's see what the call is.
San Juan will lose 5.
Lining up off sides already.
1st and 5 now for the Buckaroos.
That puts San Juan back out in front again. They've got 7 penalties. Bucks have 6.
Clock starts again, 1st and 5, Monticello field. Eldridge wants to throw there. He's got a receiver, Lane Nielsen. You mentioned his name. He's got a lot of room. He's down the inside the 40.
Down to the 35.
A little spark here. One receiver wide right. Full house backfield. Eldridge hands off to Randolph. Randolph heads to the left. He'll be met by 2 or 3. Well, Kyle Meyer 1.
Kyle Meyer.
For the Broncos in there.
Jason Watkins, Chris Singer, all of them in there. He tried to turn that one, get outside.
1 yard.
Room got 1 yard out of that play. 13 carries now for Corey Randolph.
2nd down and 9. 34-yard line.
Beginning to cool off a little here in Blandon tonight.
It's going to be even cooler in Monticello, I'll tell you.
Yes.
As one of the local weathermen, I can tell you they go looking at 40 degrees tonight.
Ooh.
That's called wind to close and weather.
I can always tell it's getting cold because I always go outside and look, and if I don't have a wood pile, it's getting cold.
34-yard line to Eldridge. Handoff, quick handoff to Hugentover for a couple.
Over that time. Right off the left side again. They keep it right down the side over. Richie Monson's lining up on it. Just throw it wouldn't think. I guess if you run straight up at him, that's the way you get away from him, maybe.
Third down, and once again, about 7 yards to go for Monticello. Last time on 3rd and 7, they found Lane Nielsen for a long gainer. Alan Adams in the game for the receiver at this point in time. There's Nielsen. He'll hit to the right. He's in tight. Around backfield. Eldridge. Quick handoff right up the middle to Eugen Tobler. Eugen Tobler has first down yardage.
Like he's up around that first down. They're going to call officials timeout and measure.
They were given the first down.
For about 7 yards that time. Monticello's getting this drive going. They really have to get this drive going and carry it on through. If they're going to get into this ball game, we're running out of time.
4:50 left to go.
Third period.
The ball's just touching the 25-yard line. The Buckaroos driving now. First time of the game they put together a sustained drive. Eugen's over in motion. There's Eldridge. Handoff to Christensen.
Christensen over the left side for about 4 or 5 yards. Brought down by Gary Black. But they're mounting an impressive drive this time. Maybe giving 5 yards on that. 5 yards.
I'd say so. 2nd and 5. In Monticello's defense, I really think they have the potential. We've seen a lot of these kids before. We know what they can do, and they have to.
Well, they graduated some size last year, but they didn't graduate everyone. They had a lot of kids coming back.
There's Randolph, the one who came back. He's right up the middle. There's a flag.
Stacy Ozzie rolled off of a blocker that time going for a tackle, and it looked like the fellow blocking him might have had a hold of him. I think they tackled him, too, that time.
This may be one of those penalty,
how do you block?
drive-stopping penalties.
How do you block Stacy? You hold him to start with. Grab him and get a good grip.
Put the ball back at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 15.
Most impressive statistic we have, I think the bigger statistics are the penalty yardage. 65 yards against the Bucks.
Clock continues to roll. 3:50, 3:49, 3:48 left in the 3rd quarter of play. Lane Nielsen wide right. Alan Adams this side. There's the snap. Eldridge wants to throw. He's got a receiver out there. Scotty Christensen. Nobody near. He'll be knocked out of bounds finally at the 15-yard line.
That time they ran Lane Nielsen out there, but Lane Nielsen came across the middle, opening up the outside.
There's set up. Alan Adams wide right. Once again, traditional full house backfield. There's Eldridge's handoff. That will not go far. Randolph will get stopped.
Randolph ran into Robert Mance. As many tackles as Roberts had this game, they're probably going to call him Mr. Mance when this is over.
3 yards.
2 yards that time. 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. Monticello, of course, can get another first down without scoring. Starting from about the 14-yard line.
2nd down and 8 yards to go.
2nd down and 8 from the 12. All kinds of activity.
Winning a handoff inside in there, and the Broncos, Stacy Ozzie coming in with a tackle that time.
Eugen Tobler.
Eugen Tobler stopped him for what might be a yard.
Handoff to Eugen Tobler.
They're going to give him about 3 on that one.
Appears to be a penalty on the flag.
Give him about 3. No penalty. Looks like a towel down out there.
Towels fly everywhere.
Bucks are still rolling.
Yes, they are. 3rd down, 3-4 yards to go. But very close to the goal line for the first time in this game. There's a handoff to Christensen. Christensen gets 3 or 4.
He's down close to that first down.
First down.
There's a signal for a timeout. I think we'll get a measurement.
We're going to get a measurement here. Either way, the Bucks have one more play. It'll still be a 4th down play, but I'm sure 20 is there. They're going to go for it.
They'll stretch out the chain.
Officials calling for the chain.
It's a matter of inches.
I would just about bet that we're going to see Ricky Eldridge take the snap, put his head down.
Once before he did.
Well, you go behind Weaver, Simadini, And
say more.
Well, Weaver and Simondenny and Brown Odette. Let's say some more.
Oh yeah.
Well, three experienced players right there in the middle, and that's not a bad play. Is to try to go right up the middle. San Juan's going to have Jason Watkins in there. Richie Monson in there. Robert Manson's going down in the stance now, so they're going to pack it in pretty tight and make them earn it. Here he comes on the sneak.
There's to be a quarterback sneak.
Right now they're unstacking. It's hard to say.
Buckaroos celebrating. I think they got the first down. First and goal. We'll unstack everything.
Well, they're saying they do. Let's see what the official says about it. He's going to call timeout. He wants to take a look at the change.
Well, in the third quarter, Edwards, the quarterback, here's the handoff.
They're not out of this. Randolph's down close. They're not out of this.
Touchdown. He just made it. For a while there, didn't appear he made it.
Well, this is going to have to unstack them and see.
So Monticello gets on the board. 20-6 the score here. 1:37 left to go in the third quarter. We've got what I might call
2-point play here. Little razzle-dazzle and really got them nothing. That time they lined up the team all the way on the left side. They put a center and a quarterback over there. The center snapped the ball all the way across the field.
Duganville were unsuccessful though, so the score remains 20-6. Red kicking for the Buckaroos. It's been rare that we've mentioned this. Here's the kick to the Broncos. Back deep. Fisher. Jason Tate, the kick short though. David Lee has it. He's brought down at the 30-yard line.
That was a short kick. It was a high kick. Gave him time to get out under it. 1:29. Broncos first and 10. That's from their own. Well, these sounds are right out there. That's from about his own 32.
32-yard line. First and 10, San Juan. Meyer and Gary Black in the backfield now, behind Jens Nielsen. The team's in tight. There's the handoff to
Gary Black.
Gary Black. Up to the 35.
Gary Black.
He got about 4 yards.
4 yards on the play.
Second down, 6 or 7.
I think he's giving Stacy a little bit of a breather down there. Going to run Gary Black a little bit at fullback. Kyle Meyer, Kahia Fisher also in that backfield for the Broncos.
Second down and 6. Nielsen has a snap.
Reverse.
Fisher has it. Nothing doing.
They'll lose a couple maybe.
Okay on the play. And got the third down.
Third down and about 7. Gary Black comes out of the game.
That's down about 8 to go. There's to be a penalty.
Apparently, Danny, and we missed the flag. The Monticello Buckaroos have backed up to the 50-yard line. Apparently,
maybe a close
their call. Something serious. The ball's now at the 49-yard line.
Maybe a face mask. Let's see what they're going to call. Personal foul. That one could be a
The Broncos now doing the break first and 10. No, just inside the 50-yard line in their own territory. Nielsen still operating the offense. Here's the snap. Pitch back to Jason Tate. He wants to throw. He's got a receiver out there. Oh, in and out of the hands of John Schmidt.
John Smith.
That was, we saw that little razzle-dazzle last week. Schmidt was...
Second down and 10. One back behind Nielsen. He drops straight back to throw. He's got Fisher over the middle for about 5 yards.
Fisher over the middle for about 5. That was a good pass on second down and 10. They got about 5 yards. That was a good pass.
And gas heat. Contact A&M Propane today for a warmer tomorrow. Fourth quarter of action set to begin here. San Juan still on offense. Backs in the eye behind Nielsen. The offense in tight. He drops straight back to pass. He's got to pass out to David Lee. Oh, boy. Almost. He's knocked out at the 3 or 4 yard line.
David Lee that time just right up to his man.
San Juan will operate first and goal. Fisher and Schmidt. Both out wide right. In the backfield, Gary Black, Kyle Meyer. Nielsen once again getting some impressive passing.
Jeremy Livingston now is playing an offensive tackle for the Broncos.
Here's the snap. Nielsen handoff right up the middle to Gary Black. Gary Black.
Gary Black 5 yards deep in the end zone. He's still fighting for a couple of extra if he can get it.
26-6 the score. San Juan on top of Monticello. Gary Black punches it in from 3 yards out. Simple handoff up the middle. We'll see Gosney in for the kick. Try to convert. Make it 27-6. Chris Singer will be holding. We'll get everyone set. Here's the snap. So, high snap. Singer will have to keep it. He heads for the end zone. A little toss over.
John Schmidt was open.
Too. Not planned, I think, but it's simply effective.
We're getting it down.
Team's already set for the opening kickoff of this. Following the score, 28-6. The score now, here's Yazzie working the ball. Straight kick over. Barella's got this one. He's not going to let it get over his head this time. He heads back upfield, heads to the near side. Somebody's got him by the jersey and yanks it down.
Ricky Davis that time, 6 foot, 175 pounds, just got him by the collar and spun him around, spun him down that time.
25-yard line. So, as I was trying to say, but got flustered in the opening seconds here. Of the fourth quarter. Once again, the Broncos kicking off with the Buccaneers. Not a very successful leader. So, and while we get the tool department at the Monticello Mercantile, find great red tag savings on true flight aluminum arrows, regularly priced at $1.99 each, now just $1.39 each. Master Mechanic hacksaws, regularly priced. That's, well, if you don't mind, we'll take a break from this commercial because we're about to go back to action. The Monticello Buccaneers on offense from their own 25, full house backfield, Eldridge. There's a handoff right up to them. Stacked up down the line. Christensen, unlucky ball carrier.
Christensen trying to hold this right side over here. Got stacked up that time. Might have picked up a couple yards. They're going to give him credit for one. Tackled by Robert Mance again. Robert Mance is all over the field tonight. He's had numerous tackles tonight. Jason Watkins coming out of the game.
Monticello breaks the huddle.
Looks like Donald Gammon's in there now playing nose guard.
Second down and still about 9.5 yards to go. Pitch back to Dennis Barella. Barella's not going to go anywhere.
Swarm member that time. Gary Black was in there. Let's see, who all do we have in there? Jason Tate in there. Stacy Yazzie in there. All of them in there on that stop that time. Broncos defense looks fairly imposing now. Of course, that last drive, maybe that shocked them into playing a little defense. The Bucs put on a real good offensive performance the last time they had the football. Moved it down the field real well.
Third down and about 8. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They trail by 22 points, 28-6. Still Monticello's ball. Eldridge wants to throw. Right over the middle, in and out of Lane Nielsen's hands.
Lane went over and hooked right over the middle, right in between the linebackers. Found him a little open spot, but had a hard time hanging on to the football.
Still might not have made the first down.
He would probably have been short a little bit. 3 fresh defensive linemen coming in. Eric Laws,
All kinds of changes for the Broncos.
Jason Watkins coming in. We're having a punt receiving team.
Jason Tate and Fisher dropped back deep.
This has to scare Coach Dow when he punts right now.
Here's the kick. 55's kick real low. Squibs it. Now in and out of the Broncos. There's a scramble for it. Who's got it?
I saw arms from everywhere grabbing for it. Let's see who recovered it.
They say Monticello.
Monticello Buckaroos, and it looks like who is in there on that? That was one of the Musselmans, wasn't it? In there on that fumble recovery. Calvin Musselman, I think, was the one on that ball. Calvin, we should remember from last year. He played a lot of varsity ball for the Bucks last year.
So the Broncos are now in San Juan territory, 1st and 10. On that fumble recovery, handoff to Christensen.
Christensen wrapped up quickly by Stacy Yazzie right at the line of scrimmage and stops him and ends up throwing him back, but they're going to mark forward progress just about at the line of scrimmage.
Once again, some fresh defensive faces for the Broncos.
Preston Palmer's into the game now. Let's check it and see who else we have in there playing defensive line. Preston Palmer's one of them in there, though.
Full house backfield behind Eldridge. There's the handoff to Randolph.
Randolph stacked up there by Stacy Yazzie again. Robert Mance again on that tackle.
That will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and still long.
Liberton's in there playing a little defense now. Let's see who else the Broncos have. They're shuffling a lot of players in and out now. A lot of players getting into the game.
There's been a penalty, too, and we assess that. Monticello will lose quite a few of those yards.
It's like 10 yards.
We should almost expect something every time.
10 yards for holding.
They're now at the 49-yard line of the Broncos.
2nd and about, what would you call that, 16, 17?
16, 17 yards to go.
Hustling off the field, Robert Mance, he's going to get a little break this time.
One back behind Eldridge. He drops straight back to throw. He's got a receiver out. Well, he had Blaine Nielsen.
He had a couple of guys in that one area, which, as you know, draws a crowd of defensive backs when you get a couple of them in the same area. Really hard to say who that pass is intended for.
Incomplete. 3rd down, 17.
And here comes Mike Bowers and David Lee, and coming out a couple of linemen. Preston Palmer's coming out of the game, and also Corey Wright's coming out of the game. They were both in there spelling the other defensive lineman, but now we're going to go with one down lineman and lots of backs.
Once again, 3rd and 17 for Monticello. Backs in the eye behind Eldridge. Here's the snap. Handoff. Randolph straight. Just straight up the middle for
about 8 or 9 yards. 8 or 9 yards at times.
They now give him about 10 or 11. But he's at the 40-yard line of the Broncos, whatever.
Preston Palmer, Corey Wright, Brett Webb now playing that defensive line for the Broncos.
4th and 7.
4th and 7. John Schmidt's dropping back, and Hill Fisher's going to drop back. Looks like we're going to, if they're going to punt. How much time we got left now? We got
7:46 in counting.
They really 28-6. Just about have to kick this one away, though.
There's the kick.
Off on the left side, we're out of bounds.
15-yard line. Out of bounds about the 13, 14-yard line. That's almost a smart thing considering the consequences they've suffered on several of their punts that have not been as effective as they'd like.
Brett Webb out there now playing line. Lauren Cook's out there playing that line. Let's see who else is in there now. Grover's in there. Eric Grover's in the game. Robert Mance is in the game. Trying to keep up with all these changes.
Blackenmeyer behind Jens Nielsen, the quarterback. Receivers in tight. There's the handoff, the second man through.
Meyer went up the middle for about 5 or 6, it looked like. Maybe 5 yards. David Lee hustling in the game now. John Schmidt coming out. They're going to give him 5 yards, I'd say.
Second and 5.
Broncos really opened it up third quarter when they came out. They played the first half of the game, keeping the ball on the ground quite a bit, throwing kind of conservatively. Came out and opened it up a little bit, and consequently opened up a 28-6 lead.
Jens Nielsen waits the snap, second and 5. Pitch out to Meyer. He heads to the near side, turns the corner.
Got a good block from Kahir Fisher to get him around that corner.
Should be first down yardage.
Kahir Fisher sealed that whole side off, and Kyle Meyer jumped outside of it and
It's about 7 for first down.
Had a few yards to run there.
Kyle Meyer,
First and 10 for San Juan. 6:51 left to go. The clock should stop. They've signaled the clock to start, and there it does. 6:50. Backs in the eye behind Nielsen. He turns. He wants to throw. There's a good throw. He's going to get caught.
Dropped the football, too. Let's see what the call is. Fumble, Monticello.
Yeah, they say it's a fumble. First, it appeared he was down. He didn't have the advantage of seeing the other side of the playing area, so we didn't see the fumble, but Monticello recovers.
We look up now and notice that the Broncos have most of the first defense back in there. It's down. They're down to the 20-yard line now. It's time to get serious about this.
So from the 20, Monticello takes over after that fumble recovery. Full house backfield. Eldridge, the quarterback, one wide receiver. Quick handoff to Randolph. He's stacked up.
He's stacked up. Gary Black over there just ate him up that time when he tried to come in. Nobody blocked Gary, and he was standing there waiting for him. The San Juan line, we noticed last week, and as bad as I hate to say it, it showed that time too. To lay him down a little in the fourth quarter, Shelby. Looks like that might have been a screen pass, but even if it was a screen, they've got to slow those guys down. If they're in there as fast as Jens can get back there, he's going to have trouble throwing the ball in the fourth quarter. They've been fortunate the last two games that they've had big leads in the fourth quarter.
Eldridge wants to throw. Alan Adams takes a good hit.
Play. Chris Singer with a fine defensive play. Alan Adams came right across the middle, went up for the pass. Chris Singer coming in, went up at the same time, and the ball and Chris arrived right at the same time, and Adams hit the ground. Ball falling in there late.
Third down, a little over 9 yards to go. Once again, 5:34 left here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos have a wide margin, 28-6 over the Monticello Buckaroos. Monticello's ball inside the San Juan 20. Eldridge wants to throw. He's going to take a hard hit in the backfield.
Hammered from behind. Another sack that time. That's 2 sacks now for Gary Black. Gary Black came in and just absolutely hammered him from behind. Ricky Eldridge really didn't. He never knew he was coming. That was quite the play. The Broncos do have 2 defensive ends that will come out and hit you. Jason Tate and Gary Black will come out and make you hold it on the field.
Fourth and long. Fourth and 14, 15 yards to go.
They have to go for it now.
No doubt.
They have to go for it now. Looks like San Juan's in the one defensive lineman set up on the field.
Nielsen heads to the left. Backs in the eye behind Eldridge. He'll throw. He rolls left. There's a long throw downfield.
Singer. Chris Singer with another one. Chris coming up the right side. He's got blockers. He might go. He's going to intercept it around the end zone. Intercepted around the end zone. Brought it back about 35 yards that time. Chris Singer's had good yardage on interceptions tonight.
So the ball turns back over. San Juan takes over at about their own 37-yard line. Actually, the 33, if I count my hash marks right. So the offense comes back in. Monticello's chances short wide there.
Chris steps in front of that when they try to ball down the end zone. There's a group of people there, and Chris happened to be the one to come up with
One Buckaroo and about 3 defensive backs back there.
Made a nifty return.
Pitch back to
Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones showing some speed, getting around the left side.
Lord, he almost had it. Lee Nielsen, about the only one that could catch it.
Out of about the 43-yard line on Aaron Jones got outside and almost broke that one. He's a possessor of speed, we shall say. He can run. He's one of the quicker backs. He's a sophomore. Let's see, is he a sophomore or a junior? Aaron Jones is a junior. That played good for 18 and about 25 yards.
So Aaron Jones
We've also got a flag down out there, though. We're going to have to talk about this one. We're discussing
about the 32-yard line for the Broncos, and they'll haul that ball. So Aaron Jones' statistics go in and come out of the books just like that.
Nice play, though. Aaron Jones got out there, turned that corner, and turned on some speed that really, the only ones we've seen really, John Schmidt, we've seen evidence of his speed. Kyle Meyer, his yardage tonight's been tough yards, tough inside. We haven't seen him really get out to where he can really turn it on a little bit. So Aaron Jones out there got the corner, pointed the ball in.
And if not for Lane Nielsen, it would have been it. But
5-yard penalty.
With the flag, right, first and 15 on Versailles. Back in their own territory at the 27-yard line. Quick toss out to David Lee. He's got the ball. He'll be knocked out of bounds here on the near side in front of the Bronco bench, 35-yard line. About 8 yards on that pass completion. Things get deadly quiet.
David picked up a little more than 8 that time, about 10 yards that time. That's 3 pass receptions for David Lee tonight. You know, we've been waiting. We've been waiting for David to get his chance to get his hands on the football, and he's had 4 passes thrown his way, and he's came up with 3, one of them for a touchdown.
Second down, 7, 36-yard line. Bronco territory. Nielsen will drop straight back. There's John Schmidt.
Right across the middle, and he's going to be real close to the first down. John just
very close.
Flashed across the middle that time, broke right behind the linebackers in front of the defensive backs. Just laid it up. He made the catch, and we're going to have to check it.
There's a buckaroo down, too. Good. Take care of the people you love. And we're good to report that Lane Nielsen did get up and leave the field under his own power. He was the injured buckaroo, and now the clock starts again, 3:54. Broncos back in action. Back split behind Nielsen. There's number 46 in motion. You know his name. Quick handoff, though.
Aaron Jones for about 2-3 yards off left side. Dave Stoddard has to be breathing a lot easier than he saw Lane jump up and trot off the field.
I think so.
Lane starts in a couple of different sports. He's
strikes fear.
Was a starter. He ended up being a starter last year. He's a good athlete.
Broncos look at second down now, 2nd and 8.
Gents rolling out to throw.
Long throw. He's got John Schmidt wide open. He's that's the 20 to score.
56-yard touchdown pass.
Boy, he rolled right across Monticello's defensive backfield. They didn't know what hit him.
He went across there. Just laid it out there perfect. John was even had a step on him deep. Had a long lead on him. Just laid it out there. Let him run under 56 yards and a touchdown.
34-6 the score. San Juan on top of the Buckaroos with 3:03 left to go here in the 4th quarter. John Schmidt provides excitement once a week for the Broncos. Here's Yazzie awaiting the snap. Singer's got it down. Yazzie's kick. It's up and good. 35-6.
We do have, and you can't forget the fact that it is a 2A school going against a 1A school. Try to tell these guys that, though, 15 years from now when they meet up on the mountain somewhere. They're not going to believe it.
No way. So, once again, the Broncos are set to kick. Back deep for Monticello. Dennis Barella, Christensen. Stacy approaches the ball. Here's the kick straight away. Barella has it.
Whistles and flags everywhere. Maybe an offsides on the Broncos.
We'll do this one over again.
I unofficially have Jens Nielsen 7 out of 10 for the night. He's thrown for 1 touchdown. Stacy Yazzie's thrown for 1.
We'll kick over again.
First time I can ever remember using the second line on the number of penalties here, so we're into the next one will be the 10th one on the Broncos. 2:59 remaining.
Ball set up at the 35. Yazzie approaches it. Here's the kick. The low driving kick. It's over everybody's head. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback.
Stacy got into that one. He hit that one. It wasn't really exceptionally high, but he really hit it hard and landed on the goal line, kicking off from the 35. Bucks are going to have the ball. First and 10 from the line 20. Looks like some wholesale changes on defense. Well, I see Stacy Yazzie, Chris Singer still in there. Here comes Stacy out. The Broncos are a little unorganized now on defense. Doesn't look like 2:52
left to go here in the fourth quarter. Our first play for Monticello.
Quick pitch to Corey.
Randolph has it.
How about David Lee? David Lee got him. He picked up maybe a couple of yards on that play, but David Lee got over there in good shape, fought a Bronco off, and made a nice tackle.
Bowers in on that tackle, too.
Bowers came up, helped the interference, got a hand in on it.
Second down and 8 for Monticello. 2:25 left to go. Allen Adams comes wide right. Nielsen in close on the left side. There's the handoff. He hit straight up the middle. Handoff to Randolph.
Randolph picked up.
No, actually not Randolph. Barella.
Dennis Barella, yeah. He's smaller than Corey.
We had no visuals, but I kind of suspected we had a missed call over here on our public address.
Broncos on defense now. They have lots of different players in there now.
3rd and 3.
Jimmy Swenson into the game. First time this year.
The handoff right up the middle. Good for a first down yardage. 7 to 8 yards.
That number should look familiar to you, Shelby. Who had that number last year? Who had that number? Robert Musselman, maybe. Well, we have another Musselman inside of it now. Calvin.
1:22 left to go. 35-6 the score. The Broncos on top. Clock will start. 1:19, 18.
And Shelby, they're heading for the exits.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
It's been a good crowd tonight. It's been a real good crowd.
What a way to start the home season off. Straight up the middle, the handoff.
7 good yards at least. Who was that?
Well and stack things.
Hasn't come in sight yet. Dennis Barella? No, Calvin Musselman again. Calvin Musselman. I think that's the number we better remember.
That's the number you're looking at, number 28. That's right, 28 and 44. That was last year's backfield. Was Randolph in there, as he is this year?
Randolph hitting some spot playing time back there when Robert would get hurt.
Musselman, Christensen.
Mike Franklin out here playing.
Barella gets the handoff straight up the middle once again. He'll get first down yardage to the 50. Just a matter of running things out here. 26 seconds left. First down markers will move. The clock will start once they get set.
Too much power on the part of San Juan, I think. I think it finally took its toll. It didn't show in the first half, but it began to show in the second half.
21 seconds. Eldridge, the quarterback. One last play. Here's the snap. Full house backfield. Handoff to Barella once again. He'll be dragged out the line of scrimmage this time. Broncos waste no time.
Preston Palmer on a good stop.
And the clock winds down. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. That should pretty well do it. Once again, the San Juan Broncos 35, the Monticello Buccaneers. Classic meeting. We'll take a break when we come back in just a moment.